check.
Happy February to everybody on the East Coast as you join us for Inside the NBA presented by Kia. 6 games on January 31st of great matchups. We got all the highlights coming your way. We'll have some Super Bowl guests before it's all over. Got a very special Nito stat of the night with Cirque du Soleil here. A lot of stuff going on. And we had the reserves announced in our pregame.
Can we have a basketball discussion before we get to the highlights?
I thought you said we were on the shot clock.
No. Ernie, remember last week we had a good basketball discussion. Who was the most important player? We're talking about between like Klay Thompson and DeMarcus. And we're saying, like, you saw tonight what the Warriors missed when they don't have Klay Thompson. Because you see that Kevin, because you can't leave Klay. So he's the guy who does most of the spacing.
Okay, so rank them in order. Most important players.
Steph, KD, Klay,
right,
and 2 other guys that can get out the stands.
Golden State was 11 for 38 from 3. 10 of those threes came from Steph Curry.
I know, seriously, I'm telling you.
The other one was from Kevin Durant, who was 1 for 8. Here are the highlights. Ben Simmons, first-time All-Star. Steph has got KD.
Oh, early. They started off early. They started off well.
Great energy in that building, too. You got a big power in the East coming to visit.
Oh, that's at one.
And an 11-game winning streak on the line, and Curry hits that one.
Your cousin got it easy now. Just rebound, kick it to a shooter.
Oh, they loose with that ball. They are loose with it because there's nothing you can do. I don't mind 2-on-1 fast breaks, but 3-on-0s.
You're not going to ever win that.
You're never going to win that one.
Go get that.
Oh, look at that play by Landry Shannon.
Okay, Landry.
Now you're trying to get some minutes.
Okay,
And then come down and knock back. Knock down, bang, bang.
Love that sequence. And he makes the free throw, 4-point play, 38-35 Sixers.
I like that Philadelphia was not intimidated tonight. It was like, we know you guys are champ, but we have talent too. Play well.
We saw Kevon Looney do what Kevon Looney does.
Well, that's a good way to get traded. Kicking Steph in the head.
Steph?
Oh, my
Makes
goodness.
it look
Steph 50-45 Warriors.
That's crazy.
Look at Embiid.
You know, these.
Oh!
Yeah.
Got to get back in transition.
Oh, I thought you hurt your back the other day. Okay? You must have used that icy hot, huh, kid?
60-53 Golden State at
And
the
up,
half.
Embiid.
Yeah.
The third quarter is when Philadelphia just went nuts. 42-26 they outscored Golden State. Draymond Green and DeMarcus Cousins, a couple of volatile personalities.
You know, I think DeMarcus was trying to help him get out the way and not get a technical. And then...
Wait, so you're trying to say that's the equivalent of Bernie Madoff helping OJ?
Charles, you literally have to stop.
Ben Simmons. Let's stick to this game. What do you say?
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, they did high five afterwards.
Look at Embiid, so big and strong inside. 95-84 Philadelphia.
Good pass.
Oh, yeah, how about that feed by Simmons? Butler with the and one, made the free throw. 100-89. Golden State coming back.
Did he just say somebody kicked him?
Oh.
You know I love Draymond, but yeah, you can't complain about people kicking him. I'm just
Give it to a shooter.
Curry had 41, his 20th game this year of at least 30, and his 7th of
This is
40.
Man, that was tough.
Thought he might pull the trigger on that first one.
That decisions and errors right here. He made back-to-back errors, like again, right here, again, instead of going up on the right side. Typically, he doesn't make those. He was wide open on the right side.
Mike Muscala with the swat.
Ernie, I like the fact that when Golden State made their run, Charles was yelling for Brett Brown to call a 10th timeout. He did not. I love that he had confidence in his team for them to just play through it and still won the game.
And J.J. Redick delivers there, and it's a 113-104 win for the Sixers over the Warriors, who have their 11-game winning streak snapped. Philadelphia goes to 34-18.
Oh, they 11 out of the last 12 then?
Golden State 36.
If somebody had told you Joel Embiid was going to be 8 for 24 and Jimmy Butler was going to get 7 points and 0 for 6 from 3, you thought there'd be no way the Sixers could win this game.
I say, is Klay Thompson playing?
And no Klay Thompson.
Yeah, 26-20 for Embiid on the night. Simmons 26-8-6 on the day that he is named an All-Star for the first time. What was your major takeaway, Kenny, from this game?
Well, I think overall, You know, Philadelphia has a style of play, a unique style that's going to be, they play both inside and they will do multifaceted. So they'll go inside and they'll go outside. They're one of the few teams in the league that have learned how to blend that well. That was a difference. Golden State got loose with the ball. And then Steph Curry did some uncharacteristic things that you typically won't see. You know, when that ball comes out here for Steph Curry, typically that is a non-hesitatory shot. He's not going to hesitate when the ball pops out. After Durant misses, right here, the tip out, and you get it to him. This is a shot for him. But to take that extra dribble, allow Ben Simmons to affect it, and again, getting on the fast break, these are decisions he never misses. Right here, he has an easy right-hand layup, but Kaiser go on the other side, and then you get the block. You put those two baskets together, then all of a sudden it's a different basketball game, and typically that doesn't happen.
And to hear Steve Kerr in his interview after the third quarter, after they got outscored 42-26, and in the huddle, saying it's almost like Philadelphia took Golden State out of its character, out of its game, made it a street ball kind of game, and he was begging his guys to get back into doing what they do well.
Well, I don't think they can do what they do well without Clay. So from the Golden State standpoint, I don't think anything about this game. He's not there. They're not the same team. But you guys, we were talking earlier about who's the best team in the East. I got no idea. But I will tell you this. I told you this 2 weeks ago. You look at Toronto. They got Kawhi Leonard. The Sixers probably going to have the next three best players in that series. You take Milwaukee, Greek Freak, probably the best player. Philly's got the next three best players. You take Kyrie, Philly's got the next three best players.
So does that translate into Philadelphia as the best team in the East?
I don't know the answer to that question because I thought they would be right there. I thought they'd be first or second. And they're not right now, but I thought they would be first or second.
They're not right now, but they played with a lot of poise tonight. Again, me and you had the argument about Brett should call a timeout. He didn't call a timeout. He allowed the guys to grow up and play through it. This is the first time I've seen them not panic in certain situations. A lot of times you see them take ill-advised shots, but they were smart enough to, when they had the lead, run out the clock, and they played some smart basketball tonight. This right here should be a big reward for them. They should go look at the tape and realize and say, hey, I know they didn't have Clay, but they still got four other guys that could play. We beat them if we play this way. So they should take that, sauce it up, and memorize that way.
I love the way Joel Embiid plays. I love it when he plays that way inside and
Ernie.
I mean, because he's so thick through the hips and the butt, and he uses all that and creates space. Man, he's a handful.
Ernie, he drives me crazy at times because I get so mad when he goes out there and shoot threes.
24 minutes in the books out there at Oracle Arena in Oakland, and Steph Curry, he makes it look
Steffortless.
23 points in the first half, and Golden State looking for their 12th straight win, leading the Sixers 60-53. It is the American Express halftime report here from Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Charles Kenny, and Shaq. There are certain games, Chuck, when you watch, you can just feel the energy, and that place is rocking tonight for a game between a team that's number 1 in the West and a team number 3 in the East. And what'd you make of what you saw and heard of this one?
Well, when the Warriors are connected, got energy, nobody can beat them.
Even without Klay Thompson.
Even without, yeah, I mean, they still got 2 other nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Most countries don't have but one. And when they're fully engaged, nobody going to beat them. Let's be realistic. And any team that they think is competitive, they turn it on. Like when they played the Nuggets a month ago, they're like, okay, y'all think y'all can beat us. We just come in and smack you in the face. So if they play in Toronto, Sixers, Boston, Milwaukee, their antennas are going to be up.
Curry with 23 points in the first half, shooting 8 out of 11 from the floor. And you said, we had a shot of him walking into the arena, and you said it looks like he's ready to do what? Who was it?
No, Charles said that.
Yeah,
Charles said that.
About Curry.
When you're about to kill. But you know, the one thing that typically when you're a Western Conference team, there's very few Eastern Conference teams that you feel is a rival. You know, obviously all 3 of us have been on great teams that were trying to win championships or won, and you go, man, they're coming in. Very few times it's an Eastern team that you get this up for. But this is also the message to the league of how, not just the league, but also DeMarcus Cousins and Joel Embiid. Because this is a separation game to say, I am just as good as you now, even coming off this Achilles, Shaq. I think he's sending his personal message, trying to send it to Joel Embiid.
And we'll get to your breakdown on Cousins in a second. The American Express teammates mentioned that Klay Thompson, who was named to the All-Star team today, suffering with an illness tonight, so he's out. But Steph Curry, 23. Durant has 12 on 6 of 9 shooting. DeMarcus Cousins, 4 points in the first half, and 5 assists and a couple of rebounds. And I know this is what you were looking forward to watching Cousins and Embiid go at it.
Yeah, usually when you got two similar type big men going at it, you know, one tries to come, well, they both try to come out and dominate each other. But DeMarcus Cousins, he doesn't have to do that anymore. He's playing with, like Charles just said, 4 nuclear weapons. Make the easy play. Great pass right there. We always knew he was a great passing big man. Right here, this is what he does very well for a big guy. He's taking the charge.
He's a charge taker, then a blocker.
He knows that Joel Embiid going to put his head down, and right here, make a great play and make a great pass. The old DeMarcus Cousins would have probably tried to score 15, 20 points in the first half, but he don't have to do that now. He got great players around him, real easy game, so his numbers are not going to be that big. But he still can do this every now and then, go right by you and score, but he doesn't have to do it as much. So, you know, even though he has 4 points, not very impressive, but like Chuck said, when you got all those people around you, you ain't got to do nothing.
Man, the game is so easy when you play with great players. And I guarantee you.
But he had a very impactful 4 points. Like, this 4 points in his passing was impactful.
Well, you have 5 assists. That's
right.
That's good. But what's interesting, I bet you if you ask DeMarcus Cousins, he's never had that much space to play in.
No, and I'm nowhere near the player that DeMarcus Cousins was. But I remember averaging like 17 points with Sacramento. Then I got traded to, and I used to go home after the game, my knees would ache, my ankles ache, I was tired, and I got traded to Houston.
17 points?
17, at that point guard position. I'm still getting 10 assists, though. So at the point guard position, different. Then you get to Houston, and it was the easiest. I had to manage my energy because I had so much energy after games because playing with Akeem, you just get the easiest shots that you've ever had in your life. And that's what DeMarcus is going through.
Joel Embiid, 9 points, 10 rebounds in the first half. Ben Simmons named an All-Star for the first time today, and Simmons had 15 points in the first half, 5 rebounds and 3 assists, hit 5 out of 6 from the floor. Look into your crystal ball and tell me, how good can Ben Simmons be in this league as he's a first-time All-Star now?
Well, listen, if Ben Simmons learns to shoot the ball, he's going to be one of the best to ever do it. Like right now, he can be an All-Star, but you know, because there's levels. There's, first of all, everybody in the NBA can play. Everybody can play. The 12th guy on the bench was a hell of a college player. So then there's an All-Stars, then there's superstars. Until he learns to shoot the ball, I don't think he can be a superstar.
It's different. It's funny, Shaq, because we were just talking about Giannis.
And I know you're going to bring that
It is different. It's a different thing because
different.
He can't dominate the paint like Giannis does.
And he's only 6'6". Giannis is 7'1".
And so,
but that's the difference.
Right, so he has to learn. But Giannis doesn't have to learn it until later in his career when his athleticism, he could take his time to learn that. With Ben Simmons, to be a superstar, will have to do that tomorrow.
And the thing is, he don't have to be Klay Thompson, Steve Kerr, Ray Allen. Because Magic Johnson was not a good shooter. He made himself a good shooter. Not a great shooter, a good shooter. Same thing with Michael Jordan. I don't think when Michael Jordan came into the league, we'd say he was a great shooter. And so, like, Ben can be a really good player, but if he learned to shoot the ball early, because right now teams don't even respect him.
Right. At all, they just back off.
They just back off him.
60-53. Golden State has got the lead, looking for their 12th straight win. We're back with more on the American Express halftime report in just a second. LeBron is back. Highlights next.
Welcome to the
American Express halftime report continues here in Atlanta. Look who's back. LeBron James. The Lakers 6-11 as he missed a season or a career high 17 straight games. And he's got the lay there. He had 2 points in the first quarter, 1 of 3 with 3 turnovers.
No minute restriction, Ernie?
No minute restriction. Kyle Kuzma back after missing a couple of games.
Oh, give me that.
Give me that.
He's got the swipe there, and then he's got the assist to Lance Stevenson for 3.
Make a dance.
But you see the easiness with he and Rondo, how easy these guys are getting
Oh, bully ball.
You know,
Get up, little man.
They don't have to work on it.
Get up, little man.
LeBron, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4
You like
assists
that
on
move,
2
Chuck?
of 7 shooting
I like
in the
that
first
move.
half.
Man. That's how I used to do you.